Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, thank you. It's first time for this class online from my room, home. How are you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
Doing good, sir.
Okay. Elisa, your background is like a purple.
Yes, it is.
And then like a change color.
Yep, it does.
I'm not sure why. It's my room. Okay, last week I asked teamwork. Select first research topic. So I will ask team one. Just start from, okay, just from team one. Actually, you are a team leader, right?
I am the team leader, yes.
Okay, good. Did you have a team meeting during last 2 weeks?
We briefly discussed different topics, but we didn't nail down any sort of definitive answer for what we want to do.
Okay. So, do you have multiple topics or just you choose one?
Could you ask that one more time?
Did you have multiple topics or you chose only one? Decided like one topic or you have multi topics?
We have like different ideas, but we did not just choose one certain like, research topic. No.
Can you give us your topic?
Like, should we have that nailed down by the end of this class and we could tell you what our topic is, or?
Oh, let's talk, discuss with me, or if you cannot decide today, then if you make another team meeting, then invite me, then I will discuss with your team. What do you think?
That sounds like a good idea.
So can you tell us your like a temporary topics? Or later?
Yeah, I think we'd be able to discuss with you at a later towards the end of the class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. How about team 2? Is Jenna there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh yeah. You're team leader, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have your team topic yet or not?
Yeah, we were going to research how many deaths were directly related to COVID and not because of like a pre-existing condition.
So you decided with your team member with that topic.
Yeah.
Am I right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. If you need more discussion with me, then with your team make a team meeting and then invite me, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, how about team 3? Shibujo, are you there? No sound.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dr. Kim. I'm trying to load my system, so I have to use a Mona system for now.
Okay.
All right, so we outlined 3 topics for the research project. So one is the rapid increase in COVID-19 as a result of rapid testing. That's one. The second one is impact of COVID-19 on India. The last one is impact of COVID-19, in the entire world. So we are still trying to, we actually settled for impact of COVID-19 on the world. So I don't know if that's what you could give us a go ahead to.
So generally your topic is impact on India and impact on world.
Yeah, I mean, those are different topics actually we considered, while going through what the topic we really want to do. So, but I think we settled for impact of COVID-19 on the world. The world impact of COVID-19.
I think that topic is too broad.
Yeah. Okay, you want us to narrow it down to like,
yes.
Okay.
It's like if you go with like impact of COVID-19, then the specific area, like impact COVID-19 on like a school opening, or narrow down to like the place like Pennsylvania, New York City, or like a restaurant business, something like that. So just an impact on India like that, then it is okay as long as you can get data, specific data. But if it is too broad, then data size and something too big, that case it's harder to get data, okay?
All right, we're gonna narrow it down. So before the end of the class, hopefully we could give you our final conclusion of the topic.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Dr.
Okay, how about team 4, Liz?
Yes. Hello, Dr. Kim. So we have 3 different topics we came up with our team. So the first one is physiological and behavioral effects of COVID. The second one is impact of prolonged contact with masks. And the third one is effects that COVID has had on online shopping.
Online shopping case, that is good. We simply think because of COVID-19, people doesn't want to contact. So many people use online order and so on like that. But the problem is data. So that case, that is good topic as long as you can get data about that. So I don't know if you have someone work at like a Walmart.
Yeah.
And before COVID-19, the percentage of the physically come and then online order after COVID-19, then the increasing rate of an online order portion, if you can get data like that, then it will be good.
Okay.
But that is maybe problem to get data.
Okay.
What else? First in the topic. What was the first topic?
Oh my gosh, I can't say. Physiological and behavioral effects of COVID. So it's basically here in this point, it's kind of like a talk about all the changes that COVID had impacted on everything that we do in a daily basis. Actually, we can incorporate also shopping here. We can also the way we buy food, the way we buy clothes, the way we interact with other people. You know, like we can incorporate those two in one. Maybe we can do that. I don't know. What do you think?
That also the data. So think about data, okay? How can you, so after today's class, I will ask as a team assignment, think about how to get data and then where you get data, like the data collection or collection method, and then where, and then to whom, like that. So after class, I will announce again. So just this is the beginning, so you don't know much. So step by step, build up. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So far, any question?
Dr. Kim, this
is
this is Alyssa from Team 1. So our ideas are the effects of COVID-19 on the restaurant business in the United States. Our other idea is its effect on unemployment in the United States. Its effects on dreams. Also its effects on the rise in overdoses and suicide attempts in the United
States. Well, like a restaurant impact and unemployed impact, if you can get data like weekly, maybe daily, maybe monthly, the unemployment rate increase, if you can get that kind of data, or like a restaurant also, the closing or bankruptcy, whatever the rate increase after COVID-19. So if you can get data like that, then those are okay. Then suicide or increasing rate, whatever. So when you do research, the data is important, even though the topic is nice. But if we cannot get data, then the topic, good topic, whatever, useless. So always when you select the topic, then you should think about it, how you can get data, where you can get data like that. So today's lecture is about data. Okay, if you don't have a question, then let's go.
I have a question.
Yeah.
All right, my group and I, we just rallied around and we're able to come up with two more topics. One is hold on, please.
Okay, no problem.
One is effectiveness of face mask in COVID-19 prevention and control. That's one. The second one is the impact of COVID-19 on mental health. So I think we could choose one of those. I don't know what you think about that.
Last time I gave my research presentation, there was the effectiveness of face mask in the United States using daily data and total data. So that is okay. And then mental health, that is good, but that also a data problem, I think, where you can get the data, the mental health related data.
Okay, because yeah, I think that might be the problem we might face, because I don't think right now they've been able to fully analyze the effect of COVID on mental health of people and all that. So I guess we're gonna go with the face mask stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay. I will during the lecture I may give some possible topic. So think about it later, okay? Okay, let's go. Okay. Today's lecture is about data collection and sampling. So as I mentioned earlier, data is very important in research. Without data, maybe without data, if you can do like a just no numerical data, but you can do like a case study they did, and then the result is like that. But most research data associate. Okay, source of data, primary data and secondary data. If you collect your own data, we say that is primary data. If you get data from others, like website, or somebody gave you data, so using others' data, published data, that is secondary data. And then method of data collection. You can use interview and survey. Then you can get data by making questionnaires. And then questionnaires, when you make a questionnaire, usually use this Likert scale. Usually when you ask, given 5 choices or 7 choices, at the end of the semester, you do teaching evaluation. That is a 5 scale from 1 to 5. Then if you agree, strongly agree, then 5, disagree, 1, like that. So if you use survey, then make a questionnaire, then use 5 or 7 Likert scale. That means, usually odd number. 5 is odd number, and then 7 also odd number. When you make a questionnaire, don't make an even number choice. So the most common is 5 and then 7, okay? And then observation, for example, if you want to research about the traffic light, and then how many cars can pass that intersection, then you might seen somebody's student then count with a certain device. That is an observation method to get data. And then experiment, lab experiment and field experiment. You know, now this time many countries and then many companies try to develop the vaccine, coronavirus vaccine like that. So they use experiment in lab. And also one of the case in this COVID-19, Hong Kong University used hamster, then tested if the face mask is effective or not in lab. So that is kind of lab experiment. And then field experiment, go outside and then field, then similar, do a similar experiment like that. So interview and survey, one of the I recommended topic for your team, whichever team you can do this. You know, this time some people trust face mask effect. Some people doesn't trust. Some days ago, when I sit outside of my house, and then neighbor came to my past front of my house, and then just come in to say hi, then to come too close to me. So I said, please maintain distance. Then that person, neighbor, said, I don't trust the. That means the neighbor doesn't trust about this COVID-19 situation. So like that. So some people think that the face mask is effective. Some people doesn't. They don't believe that face mask effectiveness and so on like that. So you may do research with that topic. So using a questionnaire, ask people, do you think face mask is effective or not, like that? So questionnaire may be about that, and then their age, ask their age range, and their something personal things, then later you can using that data, and then you can get a certain result. Okay, so one possible topic in this COVID-19, that is they're thinking about the face mask. Okay, and I'm not sure in COVID-19 topics, do we need if we can use this observation method? Maybe, you know, after COVID-19, people, the travel, the number of travel frequency is decreased. So using like a GPS data, then they can evaluate COVID-19's impact on travel, like that, maybe. And then experiments. In this, if we are like a medical major related personnel, then we may use this experiment method to get data. But mostly, we may use this interview and survey, and then if you want to get primary data, then interview and survey. And then secondary data, there are a bunch of data outside using internet. You can access daily case data and so on like that. Okay, then where do we find the data? If somebody give you existing data, then they may give you an Excel file and other spreadsheet files. Then use this Excel file right away. Maybe data is given in text file type, then you need to convert. And then we call relational data, such as SQL data, Access data, and so on. And then you can use website. I will show how to get data with the example later. And then sampling. You know, sometimes we can access population data, but many cases we cannot access the total data. So many cases we use sample data. So why sample the population? To contact the whole population would be time consuming, because population is large size. To contact or access the population, we need more time. So sometimes time is not too short to get population data. The cost of studying all the item in a population may be prohibited. Sometimes the cost is too high to access the population, so cost problem. And then physical impossibility. So physically, many cases not possible to access the population. That case we use sample. And then sometimes the destructive nature of some tests, not in our area, but then some cases, many cases, like a test in a certain material, then not our area, like physics and so on, that they chemical, they use like a destructive nature for them to get whatever. That case, they need a sample. And then the most important sample result should be adequate. If take a sample, then sample result and then result from sample and the population are different, then the sampling is not valid. So sampling should be adequate to get the result for the population. And central limit theorem, when you take a sample from population, there is a certain theory here. If a population looks like this types, we call this one bimodal. The most of the peak is two sides, and then this one we call skewed, left skewed and then right skewed, and then this one is symmetrical, like left and right side are the same. So if we take a sample from this population type, less number sample, the small size of sample, sample distribution and population distribution similar, but take more numbers of sample, the sample size increased, then this one goes whatever types of, from whatever types of population, take more large number of sample, then it goes like this, symmetric type. That is the central limit theorem. So when we do research, more large number sampling is more valid. And then if the population distribution is symmetrical, this one symmetrical and this one is symmetrical, even there is two peaks like this, then if we take more than 10, then it looks like symmetric, looks like a normal distribution. And then if distribution, population distribution skewed, this type or this type, then take more than 30, then it goes in a normal type, symmetric distribution. So whatever, usually we don't know population distribution, the shape of the population distribution. So from whatever population distribution, if we take more than 30 sample, so sample size is larger than 30, then we don't care about that. So usually when we do research and then the sample size, usually we ask more than 30. So for your research, for the practice research, first research, I will not ask you more than 30, but for the final research project, please get more than 30 sample size for your research. And then most common sampling method, simple random sampling, systematic random sampling, stratified random sampling, cluster sampling. Simple random sampling, just take a sample randomly. There is no rule. So example, a population consists of 845 employees. population size is 845. Then if taken 52 as a sample, then the name of each employee is written on a sample slip of paper and deposited all of the slips in a box, and then just taken randomly 52. That is a simple random sampling method. Or we can use random number charts. Usually in statistics in the textbook has this random sampling chart. So if we need like 52, and then sample size is now 845, 3 digits. So take the 3 digits now from front or from the back. So take 525th employee, 500, give them the number from 1 to what is that, 845. Then take the employee, 52 employee using this random sampling chart. Or Excel has a random number function. So using Excel, we can get sample randomly. And systematic random sampling. You know, many, when I teach in a class and then ask a student who want to answer, then nobody answered, just quiet. That case, I choose a student maybe randomly, but sometimes using a certain rule. When I was a student, high schooler, then my teacher asked us who can answer or who can solve that problem. Then nobody answer, nobody volunteer. That case, by the date, like today is September 14. So number 14 come out, and then next in the make it simple. Today is if date is September 4, then number 4 come out, and then 14 come out, 24 come out, like that. So that is kind of the systematic random sampling method. So out of the 845, if they need 52 sample, then total population divided by sample, then 16.25. So take and then if today date is 3, then start from 3 and then plus 16. Then next one is 19 plus 16. Next one is 25, and so on like that. So take 52. So this is an example of systematic random sampling. And stratified random sampling. A population is first divided into subgroups. We call that subgroup as strata. Isn't the pronunciation is right? That strata or strata? Which one is right? Strata or strata? Both are wrong? Anybody?
Stratified.
Say again?
Stratified.
Strata?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said it's strata. Yeah, anyway. strata or strata, whatever, that is the subgroup's name. And then a sample is selected from each stratum. Example like this. Suppose we want to study the advertising expenditures for 352 largest companies in the United States to determine whether firms with a high returns on equity spend more of each sales dollar on advertising than firms with a low return or deficit. So first divide the total 352 companies into strata. So 30% and over, 20 to 30, 10 to 20, 0 to 10, and deficit like this. So each group or strata, 8 firms in this category or a group, strata, and so on. So 352. So relative frequency is 0.02. That is 8 divided by 352. So 2%, 10%, and so on. Then if we need 50 as a sample, then 50 times 0.02, that is 1. 50 times 0.1, 5, 27, and so on like that. So take a sample from each group by this frequency. That is stratified random sampling. And the next one is cluster sampling. This one is similar to stratified sampling. Stratified divide in the population into a subgroup like this based on certain criteria. But then cluster sampling divide group based on the physical location. So like a zip code or county. So divide the subgroup using zip code of physical things. So if in A location, B location, C, and D, population is 50, 10, 20, 30, then total, if we need 10 sample, then 10 times like the percentage of this area and so on. So take 5 from A, 1 from B, 2 from C, and so on like this. So this is cluster sampling method. Okay, now 6:44. Do you need a break or not? I think we need about 45 minutes more.
We don't need a break.
Just go on, keep going. Okay. Importing data. Earlier I mentioned how to get data. Then if somebody give us a file, then how can we convert into Excel? So sometimes the file format is Excel format, text format, relational database type, and then we may get data from a website. if data is given with the text file format, then we convert that text file into the Excel. Then we should think about this fixed width or delimited. I will talk about this fixed data or delimited data with the example. I will show data, just a moment. Where is the data? On Moodle, I uploaded this file. You know, you can see the Moodle, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good, thank you. This one is a zip file because this one unzipped, then the file size is too large to upload on Moodle. So I uploaded this file as zip file. And then the file, looks like this. This is a text file. So how can we import that text file into Excel? So open Excel. If it can do, just follow me for practice. The data from, I got the data from that website, this website. And then to import the text file, open Excel and then click Data tab, and then from text, because there is no text data. And then if the data is fixed with data or delimited data, based according to the types of data, delimited or click delimited or fixed, and then follow next step and next step. Okay, I will show you. You may need this one, you may not, but I will show you. So click data, and then from text, I saved the data on cloud, OneDrive, in this data. So this is the text data. Click and then highlight and then import. Look at this data. in this little window. Fixed with data, you know, like when we make a document on in a Word file, then we use a table. Then it's like a fixed with, and then in each field or in a box, now we can type in our something. That is now fixed with data, even it is now text data, but looks like this. No fixed width. Looks like no method. So this kind of data type is delimited data. So usually text data is delimited data. So click this one, delimited data, and then next. And then we don't know how this data divide each field or variable. So just to try, next. And then general, okay, and then finish. And okay. It takes some time. So data, after importing all data or information in one column, like this. You know, so in one column, every data or information in one column, and then looks like this bar type. The symbol is kind of boundary or divide each data like this. Some keyboard has that symbol, but my keyboard doesn't have that symbol, so I will copy this symbol, highlight, and then using Control C function, or you can use right click and then copy, and then open new. Come on. New tab, and then do it again. Data from text, and then open that file, import, then same, delimited, and next. And then delimiter is using Control V, that bar, and then next, then check if it works. Yeah, it looks like work, and then finish, and then okay. Come on. Okay. It worked. So data in each column divided well, like this. Okay. So this is importing data method, one of data importing method. If data type is given, data type is text file. And next, importing access file, relational data. I don't know if you are major in MIS, then I think you took a database course. Then relational data, such as SQL data, access data, looks like this. So data file related because they have common field name, so they have relationships. So customer data, order data, product data, they have relationships. So this kind of data is relational data. Then using the Excel function, data from access. So let's try. So the sample data is on Moodle. This is search order data. Extension MDB is access data, the Microsoft Access. So I downloaded this one and then save the data, certain directory. So in the Excel, new tab, open new tab. Make sure you can see Excel window, right? And then here, from Access, click this one, and then my data is in there. So search data, search order data, open. Then this one, you may get data one by one, or you can click all of them and then OK. Then as a table like this. So in this case, if you use that function from Access, this function, then Excel import data file by file like this. So separate 3 files. So after you import 3 files like this, and then you may pivot table function, then make one pivot table and so on. But other Excel importing data function, data from other sources and Microsoft query function, then this function import all 3 files as one file. So let's try. Open new tab, and then the same data, and then from other source, and then from Microsoft query, click this one, Then we are going to import Microsoft Access data file. So click this one and then OK. Then try to find that file where it is. One file. Here, search order data, and then OK. And then move this one to right. Move this one to right. This one to right. So all three files move to right side. That means import on those columns or variables, all of them, and then next. And based on what you need to sort, based on customer ID and so on, but without just click whatever criteria, just click next, and then next, and finish. Then all three files into one. And then later you can use this function. Then you can sort, you can get data by whatever criteria. Okay. So this is an example of import Access data, Microsoft Access. And next, importing web data. So sometimes you need to get data from a website. Earlier, some student asked me how to, where can get the COVID-19 data. For my research, previous research, I used some website for the Pennsylvania case data from this website. This one is the newspaper website, Morning Call. So you can see many graphical data. And also I used other websites. So Bing.com, then coronavirus USA, then we can get data about US data statistics. So state by state and worldwide global data and so on. And then I used this website. COVIDtracking.com data. Here, Alabama, Alaska, and so on. So state by state, just click Alabama, and you can get data from here, and then somewhere out. So you can get data set from this site, Pennsylvania. So this one, this data format is Excel file type. So you can use this file without converting like this. So you can get data from a website. So example, you can get data from Excel. So using this data from web or data new query from other sources from web. Sometimes this function doesn't work. So I recommend this function, data new query from other sources and from web. I will. So new NFL data. National football. So if I want to import stat data like this, then simply copy this URL, Control C, and then open Excel, and you tap. So data, and new query here, then from other sources, from web. And then paste that copy that URL here. And then click OK. And connect. Takes some time. Okay, so now, okay, looks like it worked. Document, kind of show the variable, the data like this, and then load. Yeah. You can get data from web like this. So sometimes it works, sometimes doesn't work, but try. So in the PowerPoint, I try to show you how to get data using Excel. Text data and access data, web data, and so on. Question? Okay. I set time, the class time longer because I planned let you practice, but without practice, it's now quick. So try yourself. There is an assignment. This one is an individual assignment. So find assignment data collection on Moodle. Moodle. Here on Moodle, assignment data collection. Click that one, and then you have a question file and then data file. So just to try, I will open that file. Question number 1. Find you may use the textbook, read the textbook, or from a search engine. Find the strength and limitation of using observation data collection method. Not too long, just maybe half page or a couple of paragraphs. Save the file, Word file. So one file, and then using Excel, practice, and then how to get data, text data, the web data, and save the Excel file. So this individual assignment consists of 2 files, Word file and then Excel file. Complete by Sunday, coming Sunday, midnight. Okay, and then group of assignment by next class. If you don't decide your team topic yet, discuss and decide team topic about coronavirus, COVID-19 related topic. And then discuss how you can get data. That means getting data method. So will you use survey, or will you use website to get data? That case, where you will get data. So if you use survey, then from whom? And then if you use website, then which website you will use to get data. So next class, we will discuss about that, where and then how you can get data. The beginning of the class, and then next lecture. So next Monday class, I will be in class. So if you want, come to classroom. And then if you want to online, take the class online, connect to Zoom. Okay? Question? Okay, that's all. And then if you want to discuss more about your team topic, stay. And otherwise, see you next Monday.
Thank you, Dr. Kim.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Dr. Kim.
Yeah.
It's Alyssa again.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, we just weren't sure what would be the best for us, but I know I mentioned a few of them to you. I think I only heard your feedback on like the first two, but we also said the effects of COVID-19 on like the heightened rates for overdoses and suicide. Like, would you think that's good if we could find data, or do you think that those two should be separate, or should they be combined? Because
first, I don't know where you can get data. So first, try website.
Okay.
So determine yourself if you can get data or not.
Yes. Okay.
The topic is okay, but I don't know if you can get data.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you need, you know, I will share something. Just a moment. No, where is? My research. Look at this. I visit this many websites for my first paper.
Jeez.
So it's like that, you know, whatever the search engine, my search engine is Bing.com. Then I, at the time, like a face mask, and face mask, and then maybe more face mask, effectiveness. That and many news about that. And then also you can use our Marriott website. So, library search.
Yeah, and this one will get you probably more scholarly.
So yeah, you go database. Then usually we use business source premier. Then you search the journal papers and then periodical and so on related to your topic. Then like my case is now face mask effectiveness search. List of the and if it is like a journal paper or high-end paper, then they have a kind of reference. Mm-hmm. Then you can use their reference, and then sometimes they indicate where get data like that. So okay. Just try, okay?
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So you can use search engine, find like a news or something from search engine. Then you can go. Then you can get kind of paths, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to fix your topic. Just open and then this time this one is not making a professional research paper, just a purpose of the practice. So if you can make a topic simple, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for
anytime. Okay.
All right. You have a good night, Dr. Kim.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay. Aliyah.
I had a question.
The sound is very low.
Can you hear me now?
Now better.
Okay. I had a question. So if you're looking for the data from website, what kind of data are you looking for exactly? Do you need statistical data or written data or just graphs? Or how exactly do you want the structure of the paper to be? What information you want in the paper? So we look for exactly that kind of data from website.
Depending on your topic, depending on.
Okay.
So if your topic and then if we based on your topic and then what you want to say. Like in my case, I want to say improve effectiveness of face mask. Yeah. That case, I needed the daily data, right? Yeah. And then total data, and then show the graph and so on like that. But earlier I given a kind of recommendation topic like how people think about the face mask. That case, personal data we need, right? So that case we use survey, right? So that case we need to develop a questionnaire. How you prove your thinking. So depending on the topic, okay.
Our topic was probably unemployment, COVID-19 unemployment. or on restaurants business. Effects of COVID-19 on the restaurant business. So for that, we could get some incremental data for, like you mentioned, weekly or monthly, or yeah, either weekly or monthly. So we could get some statistics.
So earlier, you know, the sampling. Yeah. So now COVID-19 from in the United States, from March to current date, like 6 months, 6 months, 7 months, 6 months. So the sample size to be more than 30. Then if we get data like weekly data, then less than 30, right? So that case, maybe we need daily data, right? Yeah. So if the time is long enough, like 10 years, yeah, that case monthly data is okay. But like this term, like 5 months, 6 months, then bi-weekly data. So to get 30 or more data. So think about that. So divide the term, total term. Yeah. Then how can we make it that data more than 30 like that? But this time, first topic, the research topic for the practice. So I will not ask 30 or more data, but 10 is okay. So that case, weekly data works like that, okay?
But also I wanted to ask, what would be the structure of the paper that you're expecting of us? Do you have any example or sample paper? So
next week, I'm not sure, but by the schedule, maybe next or coming week, we will talk about that structure of the research paper. So what contents do you need, okay? Yes, so based on that structure and the contents, I will ask one by one. Okay. So during half the semester divided in two. So first half practice. So make practice research. Yes. So step by step, and then after that, you know how to do it during first semester, first half semester. Then later do yourself. Then you know how to do it. Okay. Yep. Okay. So my approach is step by step first, and then you know completely. Then later do yourself like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
So don't worry about what you don't know what you will do now, but later you will know. Okay.
Yes. So okay. That sounds good. And I had to tell you another thing. For the assignments, individual assignments that we submit on Sunday. So you have mentioned the format of submission that has to be the
delimited, yeah.
Yes. Oh no, not the delimiters. The title of the files, the way you save your files. So you need an underscore last name. So me and my brother have the same last name. So I will be adding my name as well.
Yeah, but then when you hand in your account, yours, and then your brother's account, your brother's account. So even the same last name, no problem.
Okay, so we do last name. That's fine, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. Yeah.
Hi, Professor. I had another, okay, thank you. I had another question. So regarding the assignments, which you have to do on Sunday. So the Excel sheet, the word was quite clear. For the Excel, you wanted like two sheets, right? One would be from the web page, what we just saw, the NFL part.
You can, I will show you. You can see now.
This was from nfldev.com, right?
So first one on the first tab, second one on the second tab. So you can make one Excel file. You don't need two Excel files.
Yes, I got that. So I had a question that for the second sheet for the web page, I guess I got how to do it. For the first one, is it from the notepad, just the notepad, or it's from the access file, what we were trying to do?
Access, just a moment. The access file is here.
Oh, so that is that the note file? So we just do search the file from the note, and then it will come on this Excel sheet.
So this one is this one is text file. Then the question doesn't ask about the importing access file.
So only the text file and the web
text
page, right?
file and then web page. You don't need an importing access file.
Okay, so I might try. I'll just try it, and if at all I'm stuck, can I just email it to you? And would you help me with that?
Then I can make an. If you need an meet me, then I will send you a Zoom meeting. So individually we can talk about it.
Right. Just one last question. So when we started the Excel thing, and we did it from the notepad, right? So first we did it so it was like in one column, and then you did something like Control V, and then it was split in different columns, right? Do you remember that part?
Which part?
It was the.
You have to add the delimiter.
So first,
you just press one button. Yeah, I just wanted to. I didn't get that clearly.
Try delimited, and then try without giving the criteria like a bar or something. Then look at the result, and then try to find what like a comma or a space, what make it the difference. Okay.
Okay.
So try.
I'll try doing that. If at all I'm stuck at anything, then I'll just send you an email and we'll clarify.
Oh yeah,
that.
okay. Okay.
That sounds cool.
Okay.
All right. So is the topic is that confirmed for our team? I'm in Chi's group, Chibuza, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so is the topic confirmed for us? We were talking about the mask. How does it prevent?
So it doesn't matter if I confirm or not. Discuss with your team members. Then if you need discuss with me when you make a team meeting, then invite me. Then based on my available time, okay. Then I will participate your team meeting, okay?
Right. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah,
good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.